Property prices are out of reach for buyers. Bundesbank, housing overpriced by 40%. Affordable housing is disappearing. Wow! Sounds like real estate in Germany is not affordable anymore. Is that so? Well, good thing we have an affordability index that tells us maybe a little bit of a different stories than these headlines here. So let's take a look at how affordable properties in Germany really are in this GermanReal.Estate blog. Spoiler alert, there is not one real estate market in Germany. Because Germany is so diverse, it makes a huge difference if you are looking at the top 7 cities: Berlin, Cologne, Düsseldorf, Frankfurt, Hamburg, Munich, Stuttgart, or somewhere in the middle of nowhere. And it makes a huge difference which type of property we're looking at. Old building that exists already, new property development, or houses. That's why we are looking at different types of properties in different locations today in order to get the most complete and objective picture possible. Thanks to data provided by the IVD, the Real Estate Association of Germany. These guys are doing an incredible good job crunching numbers every quarter and calculating the affordability index of different types of properties in different locations. To calculate their affordability index, they factor in the mortgage with the current realistic interest rate that is being paid back fully in 30 years. They also factor in the closing costs like notary and ground purchasing taxes and household net incomes of 1.75 earners. Sounds to me like we are getting a pretty realistic picture. We also linked all sources in the blog post on our website GermanReal.Estate in case you want to check out the IVD studies yourself. We have 4 different types of properties in 2 different locations. Existing flats, newly built flats in which people are moving in for the first time, townhouses or Reihenhaus in German, and single family homes. All with their price development and affordability index since 2010. And each of these property types in the average German location, IVD compiled up to 285 different locations into one, and the top 7, Berlin, Cologne, Düsseldorf, Frankfurt, Hamburg, Munich, Stuttgart, because they are very different than the rest of Germany. You will see yourself. First things first. Existing flats in the average German location. Prices went straight up from around 90,000 euros in the beginning of 2010 to 230,000 euros at the end of 2021. That is a nice return of 13% per year, which you can cash in completely tax-free after holding a property for 10 years here in Germany. 250,000 euros is a lot of money, don't get me wrong. But it's insanely cheap compared to the other property types and locations on this list. And we have to put the property value in perspective relative to incomes. 230,000 euros is a lot of money for a property in Germany. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, where the median income is just $395 a year, 230,000 euros is a lot more money. And that's what the IVD Affordability Index is for. The index shows us that even though property prices went up by 156%, the affordability only increased by about 15 percentage points from about 11.5% to 13.3%. And everything below 25% is considered very affordable according to the IVD, which means you are spending less than 25% of your net household income on the mortgage. People in the top 7 cities will cry when they see these numbers, myself included because I'm living in Munich. The worst of all when it comes to the numbers. Here in Munich, prices for existing flats went up from 180k to 580k. That is an increase of 224% over the 12 years. Holy cow! The other 6 cities have also done very well, all outperforming the average German locations. That's why we consider them A location. But even though existing flats in the top 7 cities are much more expensive than in the rest of Germany, the affordability index is still below 25% for all of them. Except Munich with 31%. So if the average household with the average income would buy the average flat in Munich, they would spend about a third of their income just on the mortgage. For housing, it would be a lot more because energy, water, internet and everything else is coming on top of that. You could buy an average existing flat in Stuttgart for 340k or a completely fresh and new flat in the rest of Germany for 335k. So if you ask yourself if you should buy an existing flat or a new flat, this is probably a budget question if we are talking about a 100,000 euro difference. But still quite affordable with an affordability index of 19.9%, coming from 16% in 2015. So if the trend continues, new flats in Germany might soon reach the 25% limit of the IVD. Again, people in the top 7 cities are laughing or crying at these numbers. Especially in Stuttgart with almost 520,000 euros and Munich with newly built flats costing more than 720,000 euros. We were just checking the offers on a popular real estate website and found this beauty right here that comes very close with 729k for 36 square meters. Just a casual 20,000 euro per square meter. If you're watching this video in 2030, you will probably think, damn, that's cheap. Newly built flats in the top 7 cities are not really affordable anymore, with every city breaking the 25% barrier except Düsseldorf. And since that city had an incredible run in the last 3 years, check the orange line, Düsseldorf will probably break the 25% barrier in the near future. After this price shock, let's calm down again. You can buy an average townhouse in average Germany for 400k, or you buy 2 for 800k, or you buy the 36 square meter flat in Munich for basically the same price. This is completely ridiculous. Townhouses had an incredible return if you look at it and reach also almost 24% of household incomes. That is a lot more expensive than 19% just 6 years ago. Almost 1% of your household income you have to spend more every year for your average townhouse in average Germany. A townhouse in the top 7 cities, almost $1 million. Let's see what IVD comes up with next year. And when comparing this with household incomes, it's getting a little out of hand if you ask me. People spend about 40% on their mortgage in Cologne and Frankfurt and well over 50% in Munich. So you would need twice the average household income in order to afford a townhouse in Munich because it is more than twice as the barrier from IVD. But nothing beats single family homes. This is the most expensive property type you can buy in Germany. Almost 515,000 for the average single family house, meaning the average German location is for the first time above the 25% barrier from IVD. Single family homes cost the average German household exactly 30% of their income just to cover the mortgage. Expensive, but still affordable. What is interesting, in the top 7 cities, single family houses in Berlin are cheaper than single family houses in average Germany. A lot cheaper, with 470,000 versus 515,000. What the fuck is going on in Berlin? We should probably offer single family houses in Berlin as real estate security tokens, because it seems like a bargain if you believe the IVD. And in Berlin, single family houses are still affordable too, with only 37.4% of people's income. Nah, not really actually. But a lot more affordable than Frankfurt and Stuttgart with 50% or Munich with almost 75%. How is this even possible? With water, electricity, internet, repairs and everything, people are probably spending well over 80% of their household income just on housing. If you want to invest in prime properties in prime locations without spending 80% of your household income, then check out our website GermanReal.Estate. Investments here start usually at just 100 euros.